Fuchs in the house, coming to you on Halloween. Want to get one more video in, and this is one that I tried doing with Pat, my friend Pat, and it didn't work out. So I tried to redo it, and just time ran out, and so I'm gonna do the movies because they kind of have a horror flick thing to it, and so I wanted to add those to the video. Um, Happy Halloween to everybody, and I hope you're enjoying the day with it and had fun with it. Uh, Gotta have some fun with it. Um, so I decided to do a couple more horror flicks or somewhat horror flicks. I don't dabble into the hardcore stuff that much, so um, I think we're gonna start off with the bad one, the one that just walk away from. Called Black Side. I already screwed up the damn movie. Black Mountainside, I think it's called. It got a 5.8. I don't know why it got a 5.8. Me and my friend Pat watched this, and halfway through the movie, we were like, well, give it 10 more minutes. And something did happen that it was like, okay, we'll give it 10 more minutes. And ends up that a bunch of uh, people are in Canada, northern, and basically isolated. And what comes out of it is they just go stir crazy. Um, but it's just you're waiting for something to happen, and when something does happen, it isn't nothing over the edge or takes it to the next level. So uh, disappointed in it, and then we walked away from the movie, and then I decided to watch the rest of it. There was about 10 more minutes left, maybe 15, and yeah, it wasn't even worth it. It was one that just, I guess if you're looking for an isolation movie and watching people go stir crazy, go for it. Otherwise, nah, not so much. Um, I think I'm gonna go with a little humor. Basically, sorry about that. And I think I just got a commercial on my video. I don't know if you heard that or not. So whoever that, I don't know how that works. So probably get in trouble for that maybe. Uh, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. This was done in 2010, and it did get a good rating, 7.5. Anybody that likes horror and comedy, um, it's totally cool. I mean, it's fun. Basically, got a bunch of rednecks in the woods, and these college kids come about them, and it's just slaps. It's horror with comedy. Um, So somebody that is doesn't get into the horror stuff, this is something your friends or you could watch with your friends probably. It just one of those movies that you kind of like. Oh my god, um, pretty funny. And then my last two. Let's go with Scream of the Banshee. I didn't get the year for this. I think it was 2011. Got a 3.8. I think it could have been a little better. I think it's better than the Black Side Mountain movie. Um, Kind of has a action adventure horror to it. Come across uh, some students and a teacher come across a box and ends up being a head of a banshee, and they have to put together the pieces for it. A little gore, um, action. Uh, Basically, oh, yeah, it's a sit down movie. I think it's nothing where you're gonna go over the top or anything for horror, but it's got some moments that are gory. Um, it kind of has a adventure horror flick to it, so it's a little something there. And forgot to tell actors. Black Mountainside. I didn't worry about it just because it was bad. Um, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Tyler Labine is in this, and he recently did something at the Escape Room. And then Alan Tudyk, Doom Patrol. He does a lot of TV series, I see, and he did Doom Patrol. And then Scream of Banshee. Uh, Lauren Holly is in this, and she recently did Tammy's Always Dying. And then Leanne Cochran, Texas Killing Fields is something she did. I think it's a few years ago. She hasn't been acting recently. And my last movie is Avenged. Um, this one's a little dark. It has action. Um, it's one that it takes a few minutes to get into, but once it goes, it has enough there to keep your adrenaline going. Basically, a deaf woman gets brutalized and she dies, and a shaman Indian brings her back to dead, and she ends up getting the spirit of a Indian warrior. And let's just say that that payback is you know what? It comes. This is a woman that you just don't want to deal with. It is. It goes. There's a couple. The shaman Indian kind of. There's a scene where he kind of throws around his power, kind of. After that, he kind of. It's like, what? This dude had some kind of power, now all of a sudden he's just a piece of the movie. So kind of disappointed there. Um, Amanda Adrian Smith that played the woman, she does a good job. Uh, Pretty good. Like I say, there's good action in it. Um, there's just some scenes that kind of like, yeah, you could take it or leave it, kind of, for some of the moments. And then Rodney Roland, um, he's been doing the Veronica Mars thing, I think, since it rolled out back in early 2000. Had date of 2005 to present. So, um, and he's been doing other things. So that's about it for Halloween, and hope everybody enjoys and get a kick out of it. You have fun with it if you can. Um, Again, I don't go over the edge with the horror flicks. Try to kind of, to be honest, if I'm watching a horror flick, kind of give it that anybody can watch it. Um, if it is something that is over the top, I do try to let you know that. Avenged does have a couple scenes. Same with Scream and Banshee. They're a little gory. And happy Halloween, everybody, and take it easy.